Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the first course in openfoam. We are the students of Masters in Computational Mechanics, me, Shoaib Ahmed Idris, and my colleague, Mr. Sadiq.
Hello.
So we are here at Technical University München, and we were attending the course of openfoam, and in the beginning we were facing quite a lot of problems in the help available in the internet. So we thought after attending this course that we should also help somehow to the openfoam community. And this openfoam, of brief introduction, it's open source software, rapidly increasing its fame nowadays, and small industries are really shifting to it because it's free and it's giving good results. Some students are also doing their PhD in openfoam. So this openfoam works only with Linux and not in Windows, so all that black and boring stuff. And my friend Sadiq is an expert in this boring stuff. So here comes the Sadiq.
Dude, don't oversell me.
Oh no, man.
Thank you, Shoaib. As Shoaib explained to us, OpenFOAM is a pretty cool software. We can do a lot of stuff with it. We can customize it to our needs, and this is all possible because we are using Linux, and Linux makes it much more customizable. So we are going to see in today's tutorial, we will see a little bit basics about how to use the terminal, and Shoaib will later tell us how to execute a example. So now I'm going to launch the terminal. So this is the terminal, which is something like Microsoft DOS command prompt. So whatever you do with the graphical user interface, you can do all of it using the terminal as well. And in fact, you can do much more than that. So today, first we will see how to install OpenFOAM in Ubuntu, and then we will execute an example. So first, if you Google out for OpenFOAM, and you will go to the download page. So if you see in this download, the download instructions for Ubuntu, that is Debian and SUSE version, are available. Since most of us use Ubuntu, so I will just stick to how the installation works in Ubuntu. So it's pretty straightforward. It's not much of complications. So you just follow the same steps given here. Basically, you have to copy and paste all this in the in the terminal. So once you do this copy paste, I'm not going to do it because I have already installed. So you will copy all this stuff, and I'm going to just show till this one. This command is for us to check if OpenFOAM is already installed. So I copied it from there and I'm pasting it here. So if you get this output, this means that you have OpenFOAM already in your computer. So since now we are sure that we have OpenFOAM, let's get started.
I can remember, Sadiq, 2 years back when we were installing it, it was a really big problem for us. But now it's really 4 or 5 commands, and it has made the problem much more easier.
That is true. So at that time, we ourselves were not so familiar with Linux. That was one, and it was also difficult to install it. But now they have made it much more simple. Yeah. So if you read it here, it says that in your home directory, you have to create a directory named OpenFOAM, and within that you will create another directory with your username and the version of OpenFOAM which you are using. So here what is shown is for version 2.0, but we are using version
1.7.
Yeah, 1.7. So I'm going to show for version 1.7. So first thing, this is my home directory. If you go from here, you will go to the home directory. Here I'm going to create a folder named OpenFOAM, and it's case sensitive, so you have to be careful about it.
Yeah.
Okay, I was just checking if the case is right. Okay, so within that I'm going to create another folder with my username. Since the username for our computer is tutor, I'm just using it, tutor 1.7.0. that is the version of OpenFOAM which we are using.
And I think so it's important to follow the same syntax in the naming.
Exactly, it's always better. So once that is done, we are going to do this. I'm going to first go into the OpenFOAM directory, and then I will go into, so the cd. Okay, I should show this to you. So these are some of the basic Linux commands. This is like list. which lists all the files in a directory. CD is if I want to go into a particular directory, and this make directory mkdir stands for creating a new directory. So what I am going to do is, first I'm using CD to go inside a particular directory.
Directory here means a folder generally is.
Yeah, exactly. That's a folder is called as directory. So once this is done, so I copy this command to make a new directory. So I am going to paste it. So I pasted it. Now let's check if it has created a new directory. So I'm listing. Yes. So we have a new directory named run. So now I will go inside this run. Okay. So now I have this. So so if you see here, this command cp stands for copying. This command is to copy all the files in the openfoam tutorial into the run directory which we just copied. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to make it simpler for you and just show it from the graphical user interface. So first I go to my typically this is where it is installed, in this directory openfoam 170 tutorials. We are going to do an incompressible case and icofoam, and so in this I'm going to copy this example cavity. So I copied this cavity and I'm go back into my run directory and I'm going to paste it here. So now what is inside this, Shoaib will tell us.
Thank you, Sadiq. This is the typical first example of openfoam. A general case in openfoam, this folder is generally called as a case. So in this case we have example of cavity. So our case is cavity here. The general case in openfoam by default consists of 3 folders: 0, constant, and system. 0 folder always contains the information regarding the initial conditions and boundary conditions of the problem. Constant folders contains the files having the information about the properties which are always kept constant during the whole time of simulation. For example, the viscosity of your fluid or something like that, density maybe. And then system folder consists of all the time information. So for example, this is in system there is a file control dict which is very important file, and the main things to see in this file is start time, so it starts at 0, and end time, so maybe at 0.5 with a delta t of 0.005. And then back in constant folders, polymesh, this is the file blockmesh dict. Blockmesh is the utility in openfoam which is used for meshing, so it's the most common utility in openfoam used for meshing. All the things defined in this blockmesh dict would be explained you in next tutorials, but just for the time being, just to show them that these are the important files. And then in 0 you have the files which explains the initial conditions of your system, so pressure and velocity. Okay, now we need to go to terminal again, and in the terminal we have to go to this the path of this folder. So cd ... for going back one step. Sorry. So we are here in tutor, and then we have to go in a run folder and then cavity folder. Enter. Now just type block mesh in order to mesh your geometry, and it has written some files in the polymesh folder. And now we can run our case. Our solver in this case is icofoam. Just type icofoam and it will start some simulation. And after the simulation you can visualize the results by using a third-party software, ParaView, which can directly be accessed by command parafoam. Just type in here and it will open the software ParaView. Okay, close this stupid errors and apply. This is your geometry, and here for example u region. So this is the initial condition of our system, and then here you can run our case. In this case, okay, this is the final situation. In this case the result is too fast because perhaps the delta t is too less. So in order to visualize our result, we need to maybe modify our uh, control dict file, and you can see now that some new of the folders are created here, and these are the folders which are created after the simulation, after the calculations. That's all.
Thank you.
Thank you.